Hey, travelers, we're back. Not at Central Waters this time, but we're back in the basement. The beer booth,
The beer booth.
as it were, in my basement, my humble abode. And you're back with us.
Yeah.
Yeah, you missed out on a weekend, but
Yeah. How was Central Waters? Did you enjoy it?
it was great.
Yeah.
Yeah,
2 weekends, Toppling Goliath, then Central Waters.
I know.
That's
we haven't done that in a while.
That's kind of quite the spectrum change too. You go from like hazy IPAs to barrel aged.
I appreciate both places, but I'm not gonna lie to you. Central Waters is probably
I mean, arguably Central
more
Waters
my place.
has one of the best barrel programs in the country.
Yeah.
I mean, their barrel
Yeah.
program is unreal.
I walked into that barrel room. I don't know. I could sleep in there. That'd be the best.
To be an angel in that room.
You just breathe deeply.
Just smells rich like
Yeah.
mahogany.
Well,
But
speaking
with
of that,
whiskey. and
yeah,
beer.
but with whiskey. Oh, so good.
So many stouts.
So I thought we'd do barrel aged beers tonight,
Ooh.
if that's all right with
I feel
you.
like we do barrel aged beers often, but this guy's not complaining.
Well, these
So,
are three that I think we might have done the last one before on the show, but the first one we certainly have never done. I went over to Pitchfork. I don't know, it was a few months back, and there was only a couple bottles left, and
yeah.
Mike was nice enough to sell me one, and
Imagine that. Pitchfork had a mic at it.
yeah,
The place
mics.
Place
It's
has
filled
a
with
lot
mics.
of mics.
Yeah, a lot of mics.
A lot of mics work there.
So
So go ahead.
this is aptly named Imperial Stout. I don't actually know if it has another name. We'll have to check out Untappd for that.
I
But,
mean, the quick and simple of it is an imperial stout is just a really big stout.
right.
Often gets called a Russian imperial because
Yep.
the Tsar of Russia liked it so much. Stouts come from Ireland. Typically, a stout's not a high ABV beer because Irish drink all day. In order to drink all day, you can't have high ABV beers. But the Russian Tsar liked it so much, he asked for it to be made in Russia because Russia apparently is colder than Wisconsin, which
Yeah.
hard to believe.
Right.
He wanted
Especially
higher
this
alcohol.
week.
Oh, feels like we're in the heart of January. And it's
Yeah.
like
Right.
November. We haven't hit Thanksgiving yet and already got snow on the ground. What kind of madness is this? Why do we live
Maybe
here?
January will be nice. I have no idea why we live here, but maybe January will be nice.
No logical human would be like, eh?
I really have no idea. That's why we have to drink beer like this. It's just to stay warm inside.
This is the kickoff to winter, I guess,
Yeah.
in fall. We're still fall, everyone.
Technically, yeah. You know, it's aged in bourbon barrels, but it's not.
My nose is a little plugged up, so I'm not getting much on the nose.
There isn't
but
much on the nose. Yeah. It's a good beer, but
That is a very light, easy drink. This is like a good intro bourbon. If you want to get someone to drink bourbon beers, and we've all had that bourbon beer that's just gut button.
Ooh, yeah.
Whoo, afterwards, like, can't drive for a while. I only had a sample glass, but
Yeah, I'm
yeah.
done.
Yeah. This would
Good
be
night,
a good,
Irene.
if you wanted to take a beer to like a Thanksgiving, you wanted to be you wanted to have that nice beer, but you also wanted to have like a beer that was very approachable for a family
Yeah.
who maybe isn't the most crafty. This wouldn't be a bad option.
They like whiskey, but they don't really like beer, and they're kind of apprehensive about ever
They're
trying
willing
it.
to give something a shot, but if
Yeah.
it's too much,
This is like a gateway bourbon barrel
yeah.
stout.
This is almost what I would prefer. I don't necessarily love the bleeders of the tongues where they're so boozy.
Where you're breathing fire out your nose.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
It's a good one. The second one that I have tonight,
Oh,
it's not made anymore. They don't make it. However,
we win, you lose. folks.
Larry at Island Wines in Cumberland, Wisconsin, which none of you would probably ever go to Cumberland, Wisconsin, so I don't have to worry about you getting in on my stockpile of beer.
Yeah, Larry at Island Wines in Cumberland has this entire beer cave almost solely devoted to bombers.
It's fantastic.
That 10 people here go in.
Yeah.
And I go, and I'm 4 of the 10.
Yeah.
But that is a fantastic beer cooler because he has stuff that he'll buy and he'll just set up there for a couple years. So you find a couple years old bourbon barrel aged old Rasputins
Yep.
and There was like some really fun sour beers from New Belgium that had been sitting in there for a while to kind of get in that good age. I mean, not every beer ages well.
So that is it Yahoo or the Dogfish had one? He's got a couple bottles of that.
Yeah, I'm not the last one.
No.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Damn it.
Yeah.
No,
Larry beat you. Sorry. Anyway, this is South Shore.
Ooh.
Their bourbon barrel coffee mint stout. So they don't make it anymore. And I found a bottle up. That is attractive, Troy.
I'm back on.
I found a bottle that Larry had up there, or my wife did, and she brought it home, and she goes, "I know you like this beer," and I went, "Oh, okay, great."
Ooh.
Someone pointed out that they didn't make it anymore, and I went, "Oh, that sucks." So then this last weekend, I was up in Cumberland again. He still got some.
So
I was like, you know what? I'll buy one more bottle.
Beautiful man, that Larry.
Yeah. It smells like a mint Oreo.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, what's the mint Girl Scout cookie?
Thin mint.
Thin mint.
Yeah,
I couldn't think of
the
word
nose.
thin.
The nose does smell like that. Yeah. Oh, this is fantastic, and it's got coffee. So coffee mint bourbon barrel.
Oh, damn!
I don't know why they don't make this anymore.
This is
but they
a
should.
shame. This beer should be back in production. Oh, that is so good. I'm gonna have to buy a bottle of this for. This would be a great. Once again, we're talking about the holidays coming up.
Yeah.
Get a fire going out and make a fireplace.
You know what? I'll be back up in Cumberland again this week. I'll get you one.
Oh, I'll be in Cumberland tomorrow.
Oh, well, you should get one.
I'll go get one.
Yeah. There's a couple in there still. I think we're the only ones buying them.
Oh, damn it. I'm okay with it. Love that beer cave. It's a bomber cave.
You don't even. This is like if you had a meal with some onions and garlic and stuff in it, and you go, you know what?
Yeah.
I really need like a piece of gum or a mint.
Or a cup of coffee.
Or a cup of coffee. You
Really?
just have this.
Yeah.
Just,
Help fight those Italian meals.
Just a nice snifter of that, and your breath is back on top again.
Back to norms.
Oh, so good.
I'd go to work after drinking this. Be like,
I would too.
I just had a thin mint.
Just had a thin mint. Don't even worry about it.
What's ABV on this guy?
I'm not sure, but if it's high, it doesn't really taste like
I
it.
would say it tastes like. I don't see anywhere.
Nothing.
Nothing.
No, that's a bummer.
Oh yeah, that's a fan beer. Fine beer.
That is a fine beer. I love this beer. Stout brewed with peppermint.
Oh.
Not just mint. Peppermint. Yes. Oh, so good. So then, I did not get this last one from Larry. I got it actually from, surprise, Candace at the Coffee Grounds.
Oh, Candace.
She had this on the shelf still. So it's last year's Indeed Rum King.
Ooh, Room King.
So it's not just whiskey barrels, it's rum barrels.
Yeah,
Right?
Rum as opposed to whiskey, though, kind of gives a completely different flavor profile. That rum is more of a sweeter.
Yeah.
You know, it's more sugar and spices as opposed to whiskey, which is more smoky and caramel. So it's a very different cask that the beer is being stored in as opposed to the first one we had.
Yep. So this is 2017. So, you know, because they always put it out at the end of the year. And this is 2017's Rum King.
I mean, this is probably a good time to have a quick blurb of most beer is meant not to be aged. Most beer should be drank immediately, especially if it's an IPA. You should drink it the day you buy it. Just drink it all.
Right.
But I would say that if you got a bourbon barrel aged beer of some sort, those do age nicely. In fact, there's usually a 3-year. You know, there is such a thing of being too greedy.
Right.
Where if you hold on to it for like 10 years, you're going to lose some stuff.
Sure.
But like that 3 to 4 year mark is a great time. 2 years old is good. You know, you don't want to get too crazy.
And I don't, you know, the last one we had, the one from South Shore, I really have no idea what year that is. So, it could be 2 years. Could be 3 years for all I know.
Guys, you got to go to Larry's.
Still tastes good.
That tastes fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh,
and this is fantastic. And the Indeed also puts out a Whiskey Queen, which
speaking of Indeed,
also a fantastic.
They're opening the Taproom.
Yes, in Milwaukee.
In the Milwaukee.
Yeah, I saw that. Indeed. Yes.
It's kind of an interesting business model because we're seeing in the craft beer industry shelf space is becoming harder and harder to come by, and it's just getting more and more cutthroat. More and more breweries are opening. So, you know, you're looking at, if you're a brewery, how do you want to expand? And I think it's an interesting business model as opposed to saying we're going to just make more and more beer and open up more and more territories. They're going to make, no, we're going to actually put a outpost in that territory. And it's not a new idea, but it doesn't, not every brewery goes on that. That's a pretty unique business plan. I know Fatheads out of like Ohio kind of pioneered that for the Midwest at least. But I'm excited for it. It should be fun.
Yeah.
It'd be fun to have more, because I love going to breweries.
Yeah.
And if more breweries are in more towns, even if it's just a tap room, it's still kind of a fun experience.
Yep.
So I'm really excited to see where this business model goes.
Especially since Indeed's tap room over in Minneapolis is crazy busy all the time. It is just insanely
They have an
busy.
auxiliary room because they have so many people at their main bar there. You can go down the hall to the other bar.
Right. The first time that we went there was just, the main one that you come into at first, and then it just got so insanely busy that they had to open up the other one.
Yeah.
And then
what a
both
problem to have.
of them, and both of them are insanely busy all the time. But if you get there at open, then it's not so bad. But I know a lot of people they're not old like I am, and they go out later at night. But
yeah, and Indeed is also probably one of the better top tier craft breweries in Minneapolis.
Yeah,
the Minneapolis St. Paul area. So I know they're just killing it up there, making a lot of good beers. Their Mexican honey is fantastic.
Oh, it's a great beer. Speaking of Mexican, there is a Mexican beer brewery that just opened up.
Where?
In Minneapolis.
Oh,
yeah.
What's it called?
Cervezas. I can't think of the name. I'll have to look it up.
Oh. Well,
I'll have Alex look it up.
In the meantime, I'm going to drink this beer.
Drink that, and they're probably only a couple months old.
It's actually kind of interesting to do the rum next to the whiskey barrel.
Yeah.
Because that rum barrel has such a different spice profile to it.
Let's try this. See how this goes.
Oh, that's...
Good job, Mike, by the way, if Mike ever watches this. And the Mike knows which Mike I'm talking about.
I almost like that rum barrel kind of adds a nice little sweetness to the stout. Because with the whiskey, I mean, it's still a fantastic beer, but the whiskey... is already a smoky, caramely beer, and that's a lot like stouts already have a lot of those characteristics. So, or potentially have those characteristics. So when you mix that rum barrel in there, it adds a weird sweetness to it that I kind of like.
Yeah, it's I know. Okay, you remember when we? Oh, thanks, Alex. That is not it, but a good try. Thank you, though. We have a hell of a producer here, by the way. Ladonia Cerveza. I think it's Ladonia.
I took German.
Me too.
Yeah.
I have no idea, and I'm probably butchering that anyway. We know what we need. We need Carlos. That's who we need here. And anyway, he's a real guy, by the way. Yeah. So they're doing a lot of great beers, and it's all, it's not like you're getting Dos Equis and
it's kind of an interesting. I mean, you're looking at a ton of German immigrants moved to the Central America area, and opened like Imperial, Bohemia, all of these great kind of local breweries for that area are German founded. So I mean, there is just as much of a brewing heritage there as there is here.
Well, and what I thought that was great about it, you're seeing so many breweries right now. I mean, even now, open up in the Twin Cities area.
Yeah.
And it was probably 3 years ago I thought that it was already oversaturated. And we've seen how many open up. There is one closing in St. Paul, by the way. Great Waters is closing.
Oh. Well, that's sad.
Yeah, it is. It's sad when any of them close.
Yeah.
But
isn't Great Waters a chain?
Yeah, I think so. I could be wrong. And if we're wrong, comment below. We'd be happy to hear from you. Yeah. Ladonia Cerveceria. Yeah, I butchered that. Anyway, Mexican.
There's a U that I don't recognize in there.
Mexican beers in the Twin Cities.
A lot of Viennas.
Yeah, but I thought that was great because we've always talked about if you're going to survive in that, particularly that market, if you're going to survive, you better set yourself apart from the rest of them.
Also, being just a craft Mexican brewery is a very unique thing. I don't think I've ever seen one.
I haven't either, and I look forward to going over there and trying it.
Oh yeah, I would love to go over there and try it.
Outside of that, did you have another thought?
No, I said
No.
perhaps
Okay.
we'll shoot an episode there sometime.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh.
Outside of that, so we've got the 2 new episodes that we'll be seeing in the coming months. So, Toppling Goliath and Central Waters.
Fantastic breweries.
Fantastic breweries. And
Toppling
really,
Goliath.
really looking forward
What
to.
a fantastic experience.
Yeah.
First of all, that guy we interviewed there for the episode,
The head brewer.
very knowledgeable brewer.
Oh, we could do a 25-minute episode on
just him talking
just
about
the
hops.
content about talking about beer.
Just hops.
Yeah.
Yeah, the man knew more. He knows more about hops than everyone in our group put together.
And I know that there's a lot of talk on social media and stuff about Toppling Goliath, and there's a lot of people that get butthurt about certain things with Toppling, and I'm being honest. If nothing else, I'm being honest. Seriously, you need to go there. It is
Decorah is a nice town, nice brewery. Everything about it.
it's a small town, and you at least the route that we took, all the back roads that you have to take to get there, and you're going, where the hell are we going?
At one point, we turned down a gravel road. I'm like, what?
But then you get there and you go, wow, this is fantastic.
How does this happen? How does this exist?
And now
here?
now that they have food and everything, it really is a destination brewery, and I would encourage you. Even if you're not an IPA person, I encourage you to still go there.
They also have sours.
They have some great sours.
Their stouts are
a lot
on
of
point.
and a lot of the beers that are just available in the tap room are fantastic. Along with Central Waters. Central Waters out in the middle of nowhere. Amherst, Wisconsin is a little over 1,000 people, but probably one of the best breweries that I've ever been to. It's a neat little place. And the people are fantastic too, and so
also it's in Wisconsin as
and it's
opposed
in
to
Wisconsin.
Iowa.
Yeah. So
Comment about that,
and-
people. Feel the room's mine.
yeah, Troy's calling out Iowa. So yeah, if you go adventuring, go out and see these places, and don't just take our word for it. Actually, go out there and visit them, and we would love to hear about your time at any of these places. So
comment on the social medias.
Yeah, comment on the social medias.
Oh.
Either this one or any of the other ones. Anyway, as Alex is telling me to do, I would like to remind you all to subscribe if you have not already. And if you already have, I would encourage you to tell your friends to subscribe, and your parents, and your brothers and sisters, and anybody that you know, because the more subscribers we get, the better we do. So
Click the stupid bell.
click the bell. Yes, absolutely. Click the stupid bell, as it were. I think it's just the regular bell. It's not the stupid bell. Anyway, find us on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook and all that other stuff. And we'd love to hear from you all, especially to any of the places that you've been. We'd love to hear about it.
Yeah. We like beer.
Yeah, we like beer.
Just talk about it.
And we'd like to just talk about beer. So we'd love to talk to you about beer. So until next week, we will see you later. Prost.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching. If you like what you saw, you can click down below where there's some more episodes for you to watch. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on episodes that you do watch. We hope to see you next time.